Welcome, welcome. We're so excited to be here. In lieu of technical difficulties, we're going to do this on Plan B, but there's still so many great ideas. I really want to show you what the trends are for holiday and how you can be a part of them. And I know personally that clothing that we're comfortable in makes us feel so much more comfortable about our exterior, and then it allows our interior to shine through. So the goal of this is to make us all comfortable and happy and really have the best holiday season possible. What I did is I went through the things I'm planning to go to in the month of December, get-togethers, parties, families, whatever else. And so that's kind of what I based it on, kind of a little more dressy, a little less dressy. It doesn't really matter. Find places to go. It's always good to go places. You don't have to have anyone to go with you. You can simply go to a play, or you can dress up as much as you want and go to a movie by yourself and come home and you'll feel better about dressing up. I just am a big believer of that. So for the holidays, we want to just really incorporate great trends, great fabrics, and these are all so simple. This is not complex. Remember our 3 seams a day? You can have it all made in a week. So it's really easy and really fun. So keep in mind, I'm going to start first with what I have on, and it's just a fabric. It's just the panel. Well, it's just the way the fabric's printed. And it goes all the way up and down. Winter white always says holiday to me. So whenever I see winter white, I just love it. It just says holidays. So I just picked up the easiest possible. Now this fabric is kind of like a sweatshirt. I mean, it's really, I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is what I plan. The plan is this is around the house, home comfortable. I've got it on with my jeggings, my leggings. These are just leggings. Stretch denim that we cut earlier, so they're really ragged. And it's just, like I said, really comfortable. So this is for me around the house, just with my family, maybe Christmas morning, whatever. But then when I want to dress it up, then goes the belt. And then what I do is, and this is pattern number 195 that I use. So you can see I just put it down the front, put it down the back, and then I did it down the sleeves. The fabric's 72 inches wide, so you can clearly get by with a yard. I used 2 yards because I wanted it down the sleeves and I wanted it down the front and down the back. So those 4 places, you're going to have another whole panel. But if you only want 3, or you could do the sleeves plain, you could do front and back, you can decide. All right, so then what I did is this great fabric, it's really fun. I did Colette's wrap. And Colette's wrap is pattern number 83. This original was an Ellie Tahari, and very upscale, $500 for this little wrap, but I absolutely loved it. What I have done is I put a little zipper back there, and the reason for the zipper, and I used the 2-ended one this time, is so I can make the armholes whatever size I want. I can minimize or maximize this amount. So I'm going to put this on so that you can kind of see. So as I want to dress up just a little bit now, I can put on my same sweatshirt that I'm kind of hanging on around the house. Of course, I've got my pearls on because those are big for the season. So I can just put this on, and I love the way it hangs. And a lot of people say to me, how does it go on? This is it. It's just a little wrap. It goes over the shoulders. I love the fabric. It's a little cotton and sequin kind of combination. You won't have any problem sewing the sequins. They went right through my serger. Sometimes when I sew on sequins, they'll break a needle. These are really soft sequins. And so they go through the serger. They go through everything really nicely. And then I'm going to show you the back. And you can see that little zippered look. So it's really on trend. It's got zippers. It's got everything going for holidays. And yet it's really fast and easy. There's literally 2 seams. Again, now what I did is typically the top of this is on a fold, so that I only had to use 1 yard. I put a seam in the top and a seam in the bottom. And you'll see when you look at the pattern that it makes it a little bit easier. But I love this. I just love this easy little throw. And again, you could use it on a sleeveless garment to just kind of warm yourself. But I really like it even with the long sleeves peeking out, and love the contrast. And then again, you can tie it into anything else you want. All right, so then, easy, we're going easy, right? Simple. I brought in, I'm going to pull in this mannequin. This fabric is wonderful. It's really fun. It's a border print. I'm going to show you what I did is I put the border print down at the bottom. So it's lace netting, and it's all this applique on this lace netting. It's so beautiful. easy and simple. It's not expensive, $14.99 a yard. It's really simple. So here's what I did. I put the sleeve on the border. I put the bottom on the border of the front and the back. And the neck is not on the border because it's a cowl and you're not going to see that. I just finished it and I put a little zipper there to give it weight. I've shown you guys that before. So here's what I did. This is a cowl neck. Cowls are everywhere. But what I did is a cowl front and a cowl back. So I took the front of the pattern and I used it twice. I really wanted to put this on because it's so beautiful, but I wanted to be comfy in my sweatshirt. But anyway, so it's got a cowl neck and a cowl back. Literally, you're going to use the same front twice. Now, what I did is I lengthened this 4 inches just because I wanted it to wear with leggings. Leggings and boots or over-the-knee boots are really popular for the holiday season. So if you're inclined, the boots I have, my over-my-knee boots, are flats. They're not heels. They're really comfortable. And so it really has a tendency to look very trendy and yet really comfortable at the same time. So this cowl neck and cowl front are really pretty on. They're beautiful. They give a really soft, feminine look to this whole thing. And then what you do is you can use anything to just hold the cowl in place. Normally when you do a cowl, the cowl in the front, the non-cowl in the back sustains the cowl in the front. So because it's limited as to how wide it is, that's what makes the cowl in the front. If you put 2 cowls together, it won't stay in place. It goes way out to the sides here. So what this strand of crystal does is it holds it in place. So here's what I did. I took the crystals, we sell these by the yard, and they come on this mesh netting. But the crystals are applied right through the mesh netting. So what you may not recognize, and these are so fun to play with, is you can literally cut both sides of that mesh netting off and the crystals hold in place because the crystals have been set right through the mesh netting. So here, all I did was cut off the 2 sides and then I just picked the length that I wanted it to be. So I made the cowl front, I made the cowl back. You can see there's no darts. I mean, this is really fast stuff here, fast sewing. It's beautiful. I wear a little black tank underneath because when you put it on, I'll show you kind of on my arm, you can see through the fabric. It's really beautiful, but then I put a little black tank under it, and with black slacks, you can't see anything in the body. It's just beautiful. All right, so made the cowl, the whole thing. I put it on, and then I literally sewed one side of the crystals. I made them a little longer, like a yard will do this for you. So I made it a little longer. I sewed it to one side, and you can sew right between the crystals with the sewing machine. And then I just pinned this in place as to how narrow I wanted them to be. And that enabled me to simply have exactly the cowl I want, the stabilization I want, and it has a really beautiful look sidewards of both the front and the back cowl. Just really fun. And we also have some other there's a silver chain that we have. You could use that as well. You could use anything, really. I just love that these little crystals were such a nod to the holidays that I just really like them. And of course it's so pretty. It's just really, really a pretty thing. I had them on the other day and I put my hair up a little bit. Just very lovely, very pretty. All right, so that's just really fun and easy. And we could probably go into 1,000 more details, but not necessary. I just want to give you the down and dirty. All right, so then what we see this holiday is we're seeing a lot of red and a lot of maroon. And there's a couple trends going. We're seeing a lot of layers. So 2 layers of clothing, but they're sewn as one. You just put them on and you wear them with yoga pants or slacks or leggings, jeggings, any of those. And so I did this, and Candosa's top is perfect for that because it already gives you the 2 layers. But what I did with this is I lowered, so you can see that from the side, there's not even a lot of difference between the front and the back. There's still a little bit. I left the back like it was, and I lowered the front 3 inches and then just brought it over to the side because these layers together are so popular. So now what you're going to do is you can see this bottom layer can be any fabric. It can be embroidery. It can be netting, which is what this is. This is a knit, and it stretches, but it wouldn't have to. It could be any fabric that you just love and you're in love with. And usually it's a very beautiful fabric. And then what goes over it is a more trendy. So this was the maroon. This is just a cotton knit that I used. And again, very quick and very easy. With the neck, I decided to do a little bit different. So instead of typically they're sewn together and flipped to the inside, I just took the netting and I flipped it to the outside. I trimmed down the maroon knit just a little bit and then took the netting. So it actually made a binding that matched the bottom. And I just saw that on something I was shopping for, and I thought, oh, that's just cute. And so you get, again, this really repetitious look. I made a pair of gray, charcoal gray leggings to wear with this. So just a fun, simple, easy little outfit. And of course the crystals, I used the black crystals simply because they were a little bit of bling, but a more blended bling with this particular outfit. And I didn't want it to get too dressy. And of course I put them on the front and the back. And I used one whole sheet. I used the entire sheet. I love crystals. I've played with them enough. They stay on really well. I just cut a strand. You place it all over the place. You steam it on. Iron it for like 10 seconds. They stay in place great. They just stay in place really good. And I love it. No hemming. I didn't hem anything anywhere. I finished the neck edge, of course, by turning over and just stitching. But this is all raw here. And it's raw there on the bottom, and it's raw. Again, great drape and so cute on. It's just really fun. I've seen Candosa's top on many of you. You all know it's a great style for all of you. So this is just a little bit different. Two different fabrics, little crystals, bringing this to the outside, and of course lengthening that top. And I think what we see is our sewing gets faster and faster and faster as we are familiar with the pattern and comfortable with the pattern. And it becomes all about the fabric, which is just what makes it so much fun. All right, so then what I wanted you to show you is, because silver and gold, let me take this away for a minute. Silver and gold are really big trends for holiday season. You know, the silver fabrics, the gold fabrics, the combination. So we have both. We have a gold fabric and we have a silver fabric, and they're both to die for. They're both great knits, easy to sew, very easy to do. So I did this with a really asymmetric look, which is what I really wanted. This is a black wool stretch. I can't tell you how long I have looked for a fabric like this. It's worth $1 million because it's so hard to find and so rare. It could be a Colette's wrap. There's so many garments you could make out of this. You could make it a sweater wrap, just on and on and on. Because I had those basics, I decided I wanted to make a t-shirt out of this. Because this whole thing is asymmetric. If you notice, I made one sleeve the gold and one sleeve the black. Again, asymmetric. A 3/4 here, a long here. Because I picked up the bead work, the beaded fabric, two fabrics here. I picked it up here, here, and then of course in the back. And again, I'll wear this in something that I do this holiday because it's just cute and it's just simple as can be. And I know for those of you who have made the cut up tee, it's just a great t-shirt, and yet the fabrics here are really taking it to another level, that it can be as dressy as you want it to be. I could certainly wear it with the glitzy little wrap that I have on. I could just throw it over, because this fabric, what I liked about it in this wrap is it's a black on black. So it doesn't give up to silver or gold or any color. It's just a black little glitz on top of a black. And I liked that. All right, so easy enough. Again, I love the styling where the design is the 3/4 on one sleeve and the solid on another. At first, when I was first thinking about it, I thought that's just going to look wacko. But actually, when I shopped in the many places, I started seeing different sleeves on different sides, but yet not the same, and done differently with asymmetric on one side, shorter on one side than another. So I just really like that. Now, what I came across is we have some appliques, the neck appliques. So had I thought about this beforehand, because I discovered it too late, I would have absolutely put in that neck applique. It's perfect for this top. And you know what, when I put this on, what I wanted was just something more in the front, and this applique would have been the hit. So if I got to do it again, I would do the applique. And what I would do is use the sweater set neckline. The cut up tee has a little wider neckline, and by using the cut up, the 195 sweater set, this fits in beautifully. It's a woven, but it's only in the front, so when you go to put it on over your head, it will still stretch. And I would have used the beading to come over it. I still think it would have worked really well that way. But you can see with this, you can just sew it on, and then you can cut out any little holes. You just sew around it and cut out. So you can leave it as modest or as immodest as you want it to be. love these little appliques. All right, so then I want to show you one other little beaded necklace we have. I'm going to put those back here. And this little beaded necklace literally is just like a necklace. It's got hook, little clasp on both sides. And so I literally can put it around my neck. I'm going to show this to you because it's just really fun. So again, I can take a very simple sweatshirt. I can put on my beaded necklace and get a completely different look. And I just think it's so much fun. So if I want it to be, a little more holiday-ish, it can be. If I want it to be just simple around the house, I just love the additions, add-ons, and do whatever else you want with it. Now, this little beaded necklace, I've got another one here. What this is it's a whole bunch of little seed beads. And to think that we have these on for not like $9.99, $10. To think that all this work can be $10 is amazing to me. But they're little seed beads, and then they're loops. It's a little Peter Pan collar. I don't have to actually make it removable. If I want to, I could just tack it on. I could add a little bit of distance in the back. So if my neck is a little bit larger, it could just show in the front and then have a little closure in the back. You could add a little chain. So it's going to fit all sizes. It doesn't matter. If you want it a little bit lower, you could, again, extend that chain and just make it. The minute I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, these are so cute. Peter Pan collars are really coming back for holiday. And, I have mixed feelings about them. Sometimes it takes me a while to warm up to them, but this one, it was easy because it's so cute. And so just a lot of fun. All right, so that was a really fast version of all of this. There's, if you notice, very few pattern changes. Really just using the fabric that's meant for holiday and coming up with just a few twists and turns that really I hope will inspire you. One thing I wanted to mention, and for some of you, we had a deal where, Cyber Monday today, if you did $100, you got a little soap. So the only thing I want to say to you is I'm so excited about these soaps. We have a friend who makes soaps. And so we got into conversation. We were out at dinner one night, and I said, I just need a sewing soap. So this has been so much fun. I just want to show you where it's a sewing machine on the top of that soap. So we had the mold made. We've been working on this for a year. This has just been a really fun project. We'll have them on the site, but the goal is they're not expensive to have a little sewing machine in all of your guest baths. But it's not just a guest soap, because once the guests have kind of ruined the sewing machine, take it to the shower. It's become my favorite soap. I absolutely love it. And the thoughts that it's completely pure and wonderful and only good stuff in it, I just really, really like that. All right, so the goal is for us to help you have happy sewing. We are so grateful for you. I know you know that. I know that we are appreciated by you, and we really love that as well. I call that a win-win. So the goal is to just help you look your best, feel your best, and let the inside come out once that outside is comfortable in your skin, and to have a wonderful holiday season. During the holiday season, we change our schedule up a little bit. This is the last webcast. We won't have another webcast for the 2017 year. We'll start again in January. That gives you lots of times to do reviews. We will not have a sew-along this year. Our schedules are just so tight. We'll still have our Toys for Us Tots drive because we really believe in this, and we want to have a place where you guys can contribute, but you can contribute locally as well. We've done a couple sew-alongs this year, and because our schedule in December is just beyond tight, we won't give them up. We'll revisit them, but just not for this holiday season. We want you to, you've got plenty of information to review, and so we know we'll give you some time to do that. What we'll do for the December holiday season is we'll do once a week, a Thursday YouTube, and we're going to have some great ideas for you. We've already got those planned, and we're going to keep you in style, we promise. Easy, simple, and quick. We can do all your shopping for you. We can give you lots of ideas. So from Silhouette Patterns, the whole entire crew, everybody is so grateful and appreciative. We really apologize for our technical issues tonight. You know what we've been working on, and we'll release it obviously next year, is a whole new look to our webcast, and we're very excited about it. So for the month of December, happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns. Enjoy your family, your friend, your fun, and of course this holiday season. Bye for now. See you 2018. Bye.